This is Delhi. Please stand by for our next program. This is All India Radio. Welcome tomorrow. All India Radio in collaboration with Vigyan Prasar presents the science serial Welcome Tomorrow based on myriad facets of artificial intelligence. Time now to listen to the fourth episode entitled Golden Future with Positive Thoughts.
Shrikant Sahib.
Yes, Subedar Raghav.
We are going to meet your professor at IIT Delhi, right?
Yes, Subedar Raghav. We will be meeting Professor Raman there.
But Shrikant Sahib, you have studied at IIT Madras. I mean IIT Chennai. Then why are we meeting in Delhi? Professor Ramanji has been transferred here or what?
No, Raghav. He's in IIT Madras only.
Oh.
But Raghav ji, didn't you see the posters of the International Conference on AI along the way?
Okay, sir.
The conference is in Delhi. And Professor Ramanji is the special invitee in the same.
Oh.
His is the first lecture. Professor Ramanji gets the credit for advancing AI in India.
Well, okay. So, Captain Shrikant, AI is also discussed here. But are you okay?
I am fine. But Raghavji, why did you ask this?
Shrikant Sahib, don't you remember? It was the rule to discuss AI in the hospital only. And you have to get injured for that.
Subedar Raghav, don't forget that I am your senior officer. And you're making fun of me, huh?
No, Captain Shrikant. I didn't mean that.
Subedar Raghavji, you have much more experience than me. I was just joking. Come on. Raghavji, the auditorium has arrived.
Yes, sir.
Well, I need to use the washroom. Please wait here. Huh?
Yes, sir. Sir, don't hurry, sir. Go slowly. We still have time.
No, it's okay. Subedar Raghav, come on. Let's hurry up. We're getting late. Oh my God. What is this? He's a soldier.
Oh my God. Back off, everyone.
Somebody, yeah.
Move. Shrikant Sahib, the ambulance is here. Captain, sir. Yeah. Captain Shrikant, please keep lying, sir. Here, drink some water, please.
Raghavji, what happened? How did I come to the hospital?
Captain Shrikant, you slipped in a hurry on a smooth floor, which hurt your head and your shoulder.
Oh.
But now everything is fine.
Okay.
And Captain sir.
Yes?
I told the doctors and the nurses here that 4 miscreants were running away on the motorcycle after snatching a woman's purse.
Raghavji?
So you caught them. After a little scuffle, you beat them up a lot, and after returning the woman's purse, handed them over to the police.
But
in the scuffle, you got a little bit injured.
Oh, sir, you back to your senses.
Yeah, I am.
You've been unconscious for a long time.
Okay.
we've given you an injection to relieve your pain, so you may feel a little dizzy.
Okay, no problem.
But you will also be able to get some sleep, and that's very important.
Yes, I'll do that.
You please take rest.
Sure.
You must have been tired dealing with the 4 miscreants all alone. So you please relax.
Yeah, sister, I'll do that. Thank you. Raghavji,
Yes, sir.
it seems that she doesn't trust your story.
I think so too, sir.
She was smiling when she left.
Yes, Captain Shrikant.
What have you done?
Even I feel so. But don't worry, this is a private clinic. We will leave from here tomorrow.
But Raghavji, what will we do till then?
Sir, till then, let's discuss AI.
Raghavji, I'm in so much of pain and you want to discuss AI? Okay. Ask. Whatever you want to know, ask me.
Captain Shrikant, first of all, I am just thinking who was the person who first thought of AI?
Well, now it is difficult to say the concept of AI first came to whose mind. But in the Greek fable, there is a mention of Telos demon, who was made of copper.
Captain Shrikant,
Yes, Raghav?
you mean Telos or Thanos?
Raghavji, it is Telos, who was the protector of the island named Crete. Hey, Professor Raman.
Yeah, hi. How are you, Shrikant?
I'm good, sir. Aha, Professor Hassan.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, sir. Thank you. Come in, sir. Please come in.
Jai Hind, sir.
Jai
Jai
Hind.
Hind. How are you, Shrikant? I came to know of your fall just after lecture. Me and Professor Hassan came rushing.
Excuse me, sir. Just need to check Captain Shrikant's temperature, please.
Okay, sister. Please, go ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, I am Subedar Raghav from Shrikant Sahib's regiment. I was with Sahib only when he got hurt.
Okay. So you brought him here after the fall.
Yes, sir.
Actually, new floor has been created and the tiles are very smooth.
Sir. I brought him here. You know, Captain Sahab showed great bravery, but there was some problem in the tiles too.
Oh, well, Mr. Subedar.
Ji, sir.
So, you brought Shrikant here?
Yes, sir.
Good. But, bravery?
Sir, your temperature is normal. The doctor has seen your reports. Everything is normal.
Thank you, sister.
There's nothing to worry. You will be discharged tomorrow.
Thank you, sister.
Oh, wow. Thank you, sister. But you said there is nothing in the scan? But did you check the mind scan as well?
Well, the sister has gone out of the room now. Actually, professors, we have cooked up a different story here. But you were about to tell the real story.
Yes, Professor.
Oh, well, you must have recited a bravery story. But do you know the sister already knows the truth? She only told us that you have come to meet the patient who slipped and hurt himself.
I really feel sorry, sir. So, Captain Shrikant, you do the talking and I will get the coffee.
No, Subedar Raghav. Now Professor Raman will tell you in detail from where does this idea of AI came. He will explain better than me.
Oh, yes, I will definitely tell. Shrikant will only tell you some foreign gossips.
Professor.
We will tell you the Indian angle of the story.
Yes, Professor Ramanji. Sir was telling about this Telos.
Yes, he was a Greek demon made of copper.
Absolutely.
He used to run and fight all over.
Correct.
Now, when you know it was made up of copper and he had life in it, so it can be related to AI.
Oh.
No doubt about it.
True. Well said, Professor Hassan. He was trained to give life to inanimate things and to create knowledge like human beings. Although there are stories which are pure myths.
Like?
Like in a Jewish fable, there is mention of golem, which was made of clay. It was said that write the name of God and put it in his mouth, and then he used to shake like a man. But he could not speak.
Yes, Professor Raman. I remember this story. You recited it earlier also, right?
Absolutely. But Shrikant, how did you say that this was a story?
Huh? So what? This Telos and that golem, were they real? But how is this possible?
Why can't it be? What if we don't know? Thousands of years ago, man thought, and with the passage of time, he thought ahead of times. He grew up. He was filled with many colors, and then the same man fulfilled that thoughts today, or stepped towards achieving it.
Huh? The same man? Professor Hassanji, you are scaring us now. That man must have died thousands of years ago. Then, did his ghost fulfill his dreams?
Subedar sir, he was the one, and you are also the same man.
Huh? Professor Raman, now you are really scaring me. I am a military man, sir.
Raghavji, you did not understand what Professor Raman is trying to say.
Huh?
He's saying that we are humans. Homo sapiens are all the same. Someone thinks and someone else puts forward that idea.
Okay, sir.
All that is part of development.
Absolutely.
Rightly said Captain Shrikant.
True.
If man can evolve from monkey to the one like us, which we call evolution, so the dream that early men have seen would also get fulfilled one day.
True.
Those dreams will surely come true.
Wow, Professor Hassan. You are absolutely right. The early men must have dreamt of flying like a bird. Early men are no more. But the dream still exists. The dream continue flying, and today we humans can fly very high. So the dream came true.
Rightly said, Shrikant. Pushpak Viman is a very good example. We have known about its existence thousands of years ago, and today's aircraft like supersonic, hypersonic are flying, and that too at 5 to 6 times more speed. And now there is also autopilot mode, the aircraft that flies by itself. What is it? All this is AI.
But, Professor Saab, AI talks were left in between.
Raghavji, we are still talking about AI.
Okay, sir.
We are talking about different perspectives, but basis of all our discussion is AI.
All right, Captain Shrikant.
Now, Raghavji, everyone has moved ahead with one thought. Human thinking is the basis of every technology. That's why it is believed that we should always think positive.
Now look, I will quote an example of a movie in which there was a golden army. Basically, army of robots made of gold and other metals.
Correct?
And they used to follow instructions of a person with a special crown on his head.
Oh.
And after wearing the crown, whatever he used to say, the army had to follow it.
Absolutely.
And the army was made up of metals, so they can never be destroyed and lived forever and win forever.
Now, I think now you understand. Whoever wrote this story is talking only about AI.
But, Professor Raman, how is this story related to AI?
Raghavji, we have already discussed that the inanimate objects which act like human beings, think like them, is nothing but artificial intelligence.
True. Now you're making him understand. Now see, Subedar Raghav.
Ji, sir.
It was the imagination of humans that all these inanimate things like iron, stone, etc. should also obey him.
All right, Professor, sir.
And when they wanted the inanimate things to obey, they worked in that direction.
Oh.
Now, although those who work on human body started treating diseases, but some men sitting somewhere far away in some corner of the world, you understanding, taking help from the knowledge about human body, started thinking of making something like humans.
Rightly said, Professor Raman. Now I understand something.
That's great that you are understanding.
Yes, Professor. Maybe just like that, Frankenstein had created a dangerous monster.
Superb, Raghavji. You have read about Victor Frankenstein? Amazing.
Professor, my Subedar Raghav keeps himself updated because of his children. He always wanted to go for engineering, but family circumstances brought him to military. And since then, he has been serving us. Raghavji has an important role to play in almost all our missions.
Captain Shrikant, sir, what are you talking about? By the way, in 1818, many films have been made on this novel of Mary Shelley, and I have seen some too. But, Professor Sir,
Yeah?
you want to say that the thinking of human beings has made the dream of AI come true?
Yes, true.
And if this human thinking makes Frankenstein, then what will happen?
Yes, it's true, Subedar Raghavji. But if Frankenstein is being made every day, then human beings are also improvising every day.
Oh,
Human thinking is only necessary to be positive. As the thinking will be, the development of human generation will also be the same.
okay, Professor Sir.
But a lot of work is being done in the field of technology, which was once limited to fables or anecdotes. Now it is coming to the fore.
Well said, Professor Raman. Now just imagine that someday the Harry Potter's cloak will also be developed, wearing which anyone can be disappeared.
Why not?
What are you saying, Captain Shrikant? Can this actually happen?
Yes, Raghavji. Why can't it be? If some substance allows the light to pass through it, then it can vanish or disappear. Massachusetts Institute of Technology has developed some material through which red light beam can pass. Thus, anything that goes through this red light vanishes or disappears.
What are you saying, Hassan Sir? The object does not appear in the red light while it is still there. Then, will that object stop appearing even in white light?
Why not, Raghavji? White rays of light is made up of 7 colors. Now the red light band has been banned out of it. In a few years from now, the remaining 6 colors will also be banned. Then Harry Potter's cloak will be ready.
So, Subedar Raghavji, you were asking about the history of AI. You know, it is based on out of the box thinking and small attempts. Actually, we humans always want to make something that can work on its own. Something automatic.
Okay.
Well said, Shrikant.
Excuse me, sir. Your coffee and sandwiches?
Oh, yes, sister. Thank you.
And yes, sir. Please do not give these to the patient.
No, sister. I'm not in the mood of eating anything. Still there is a bit of heaviness in the head.
Yes, sir. There has been some injury due to the fall. I think you fell very hard. And the floor was also very smooth.
Yes, sister, yes. Subedarji,
Yes, Captain G.
she knows all the truth.
I think she does. Sir, here. Professors, please take your coffee, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Raghavji. By the way, Shrikant, you rightly said that human beings are always thought of making automatic things, and they were pretty successful in doing so, especially in case of weapons. Although there were weapons in the historic era which used to come and go on their own. Do you remember that? Do you remember watching them in some mythological serials?
Yes, Hassan sir. I read mythologies like Ramayana, Mahabharata many times. It seems that all weapons of that era was based on artificial intelligence.
Very true.
For example, Sudarshan Chakra. It used to come in picture when needed and then vanishes.
Okay.
And it was controlled and managed by only one person.
Uh-huh.
Like it used to identify its owners using DNA fingerprinting technique.
Rightly said, Shrikant. Once the famous magazine of the world, Reader's Digest, wrote that Mahabharata must have been the first nuclear war of the world. And if there is a story, then the first science fiction of the world as well.
Oh.
If we talk about today, the famous superhero character of Thor, his hammer flies and comes to him always in the time of need.
Exactly.
Now, these are the stories of thousands of years ago. Or maybe only imagination.
Could be.
But inspired by this, the tribals of Australia made a boomerang, which would reach back in the hands of the user. It's difficult to say that what came first, Thor's hammer or tribal's boomerang.
Yeah,
It may be a matter of research, but the idea was there.
absolutely.
Yes, Professor Raman sir. All this reminds me of Thanos actually. So what will happen? Will half of the population would be finished?
Well, Raghavji, we need to give it a thought, whatever you said. A science writer had once written that technology is like fire.
Absolutely.
Whether it is able to get bread or burn a house, it's only up to the humans.
Rightly said, Professor Hassan.
Yes, Professor Hassan. You said it right. Now, in the era of AI, when technology is writing a new history for the world, protecting human values and renewing their ideas is necessary. Positive thinking will create a golden future.
Yes, you have got it right, Raghavji. Major Ram once said to me, Shrikant, everyone says that it is science age. But I believe it is not only science age, rather a science fiction age. And human values are more needed today than ever before.
Well said, Shrikant, but you need to take some rest. Get well soon, and we will see you in a day or two. I'm here all this week.
Sure, sir. I will get well soon and come to IIT to see you.
Yes, Shrikant. But be careful. Don't fall again.
Hey, sir. Our Captain Shrikant has fallen on your floor at the time of your conference. So now your conference will be very successful.
Welcome tomorrow. You were listening to the 4th episode of the Science Serial produced by All India Radio in collaboration with Vigyan Prasar entitled Golden Future with Positive Thoughts. This episode was scripted by Dr. Anurag Sharma. Translation Miss Neha Tripathi. Concept and coordination Dr. Nakul Parashar and Dr. Birendra Kumar Tyagi. This episode was directed by Kajal Suri. Assistance in production by Puneet Kumar. The participants were Nikhil Diwan, Sumit Khosla, Nitish Arora, Vaibhav Srivastav and Savi Patil. Do stay tuned. Here are 2 questions for you. The lucky listener will get attractive prize from Vigyan Prasar. The first question is, which magazine wrote that Mahabharata was the first atomic war? Which magazine wrote that Mahabharata was the first atomic war? And the second question is, name the country which is associated with origin of boomerang. Name the country which is associated with the origin of boomerang. You can send in your answers by simple post to this address. Science Serial, Welcome Tomorrow, Vigyan Prasar, A50, Institutional Area, Sector 62, Noida 201309. You can also write to us on our email ID radio@vigyanprasar.gov.in. Do write your full name and address along with the answers. And yes, if you send us any question which gets included in our program, you will get an attractive prize from Vigyan Prasar for that too. So do not hesitate to write to us even if it's a simple query. We will be back again with our next episode of the Science Serial. Welcome tomorrow, same day, same time, next week. Till then, goodbye. This broadcast came to you from All India Radio, Delhi.